Hi everybody, it's Stacy DeWitt here, and today I'm going to show you a technique using some of our glimmer mists, Haunted Shadow, Jack-o'-lantern, and Sunflower, and using some of Golden's gel mediums. This one is fiber paste. They make some great mediums, lots of fun different things to try. This one is a flexible film with a handmade paper appearance. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to lay down color first on our surface. I laid down some yellow, and then I wanted a little bit of orange. We want it to be Halloweenish, Halloweeny. Okay. As you know, our products are 95% water. And then we're going to lay down a little bit of purple, Haunted Shadows, across the bottom. Add a little bit of the orange in. We don't want to put too... I didn't want a white line at the bottom, so that's why I went ahead and added the two. Okay, so now that we have that, now we're going to open up our fiber paste, and as you can see, it's a really soft consistency. It's very wet. I work with it with it's for my Cricut, and I just put it on and just kind of mush it around. I don't want to go too high up, so you can scrape it. That's what's great about this flat surface on this knife. And you can probably use a clay knife or any kind of little spatula, really. Okay. I keep it kind of flat at this edge because I do put a stamp over it, and if there's too much, then the stamp doesn't stamp right. It looks kind of funny, a little bit awkward. So we'll put a thin layer there, and you can always scrape with this nice flat thing. And then what I do is you can work it, because whatever shape that you leave it in, it's going to stay in that shape. So what I like to do is just kind of tap it and give it some peaks and valleys. And of course, the thicker you get it, the longer it's going to take to dry. But I like to hit it with my heat gun so that I don't, it doesn't take forever to dry. So close that up. I don't want it on everything, so I'm going to wipe that off. So I have it pretty much the way I want it to look. I'm going for the whole kind of graveyardy, spooky effect. So I'm going to take my heat tool, and we're going to heat that up. And as you can see, I just heat it up right on my surface because this mat is our misting mat, but it works fabulous for everything. I use it for embossing and heating up and gluing, hot glue, everything. The only thing I don't get to use on it is a knife or scissors because it will cut it, and I don't want that. You can tell it's starting to get drier. It gets like soft and pliable. Guess that would be why it's flexible. And then I took some more of this. Well, I'm going to let it dry a little bit longer. We're going to take our handy dandy StazOn, and I'm going to ink a little bit of the edges. I don't like my pads too wet, so it's kind of dry. We got a little ink going on, and then I'm going to take more of my Haunted Shadows. See, that's why I laid the base of Haunted Shadows down, so that when I put the paste down, it's not white underneath and wouldn't be too awkward to spray. You can spray right over this stuff. It's wonderful. It's my new favorite toy. I don't really want to soak up all of it. I want to soak up a little bit, so I don't really push down all over, just in some really pooled areas. Okay. Then I'm going to take my heat gun again. And you're going to notice the glimmer really starting to pop on here, because it pools up and the glimmer weighs down and accumulates in certain areas with all these valleys, peaks and valleys. Okay, it's not completely dry, but I'm going to show you another sample. And then what I did was I took my stamp, inked it up with StazOn, set it aside for a second. I laid my photo right here. I don't have my photo out. And then I stamped over my photo and on top of the fiber paste, and added a little chipboard piece. And this was my final result. So you can see, and once this was dry, where the ink would be fine, I took my little dauber and kind of hit it all over the place. And you can see where I put the kitty. And let's see if you can see, if we can tilt it. See the glimmer? Look at that glimmer. See? And then if you could see the texture, can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Get the idea. So that's fiber pasted. It's nice and soft, and see it still bends. And I put a little over my photo once I had my photo on. And that was my little Halloween page. It goes into my Halloween album that I have coming up. And it's fun to try all these different mediums. They work wonderful with the Glimmer Mist and some Glimmer Glam and some Glimmer Glaze. They all just work so well together, and it gives you a different look, and you can take one thing and come up with a whole bunch of different looks. So I hope you enjoyed playing with fiber paste, and have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.